Meanwhile, in the comfort of the newest episode of Major Minor, hello everyone, my name is Deckerling, the trained unprofessional, and welcome back to Major Minor. This is the first episode of The Sitting, this is the first episode of the day, this is the first episode back, this is the first episode in which I have recorded with this kind of setup. I keep trying to move the camera closer so I don't have to scrunch up the quality, but I talk about this enough in the other series, so let's just fucking keep going, shall we? I think we shall! Meanwhile, in the comfort of your tavern room. It took a few hours before the tavern came to a lull. I'm assuming it was last call or something like that. I heard many doors open and close as things got quiet, including the rooms of Endymion and Conrad. Were they going to sleep, or were they going to listen in case something happens? I'm suddenly a little paranoid that I'm being watched. Oh well, it's not like how I was doing anything illicit. I made myself comfortable in the luxurious bed. I mean, it looks like a nice apartment room, a nice room. It looks like a cottage almost. I'm not sure if I dozed off or fell asleep. Those are practically, literally, the same thing. But before I knew it, I was jerked into coherence. There was a loud knocking at my door, a loud rapping at my chamber door. I took crooked steps toward it, utterly groggy. I rubbed my eyes in an effort to make my vision clearer. The knocking starts to get more vigorous in nature. I can hear someone panting on the other side. It sounds like somebody's panicking. This kicks me into high gear and I rush to the door, but when I open it, I'm not sure who it is. Oh, thank goodness you opened the door! Another moment longer, and... He pants heavily as he closes the door behind him. He locks it as well. That's a little concerning. Sorry, I promise you no harm. I could explain. Please listen! He presses his back against the door. I'm assuming so nobody can open it with him in place. He holds up a piece of torn fabric. It's stained with blood. What? My master went insane. He attacked me and tried to kill me. I ran to the nearest place I could find. I opened my mouth to call for Endymion and Conrad. He gasps and steps forward, urging me to keep quiet. He says he doesn't want anyone to know where he is. He steps towards the middle of the room. He places his hands on his head in confusion. Why? Why would he do this to me? Blair has always been a kind master. Blair. That's the one Endymion and Conrad wanted to oust. He attacked his servant? I doubt it. Why would he do that? Suddenly, I realize the urgency of the situation. If anything, this man's testimony could be invaluable. I ask him his name and give him mine in return. Of course, my name is Riley. Thank you for your shelter, William. I nod. I start to feel uncomfortable near the door. I move away and place him between the door and myself. I stand against the wall, my back pressed against it. I won't be here long, I promise. I just need to gather my bearings. It was just a shocking thing, you know. It all just thrown me for a loop. You never expect these things to happen. It's so sudden, and I'm just scared. And I notice his demeanor suddenly changed. Almost like his panic vanished in an instant. Like it was fake! Fake hedgehog! He seemed to calm down rather quickly. He places the blood-stained fabric on the floor. Why in the world would he do that? I decided to ask him what he's doing. Sorry, it's just making me relive this. I gotta get it out of my hands for good, or else I'll keep dwelling on what happened. He stands up and looks me in the eye. And it needs to look like you struggled. Oh, hell! Why the fuck? You'll have to forgive me for this. In that moment, in an instant, he is upon me! He pins me against the wall, squeezing my throat. I start to panic and try kicking him off, but I can't. He uses his feet to keep mine in place. I try to pry his hands off my throat, but he is strong. I start to lose my strength, my vision fading. I slide down the wall as my body becomes weak. He growls fiercely as I start to lose consciousness. The last thing I notice is the look on his face. He displays pure regret, like he didn't want this. In the last few moments, I hope that someone rescues me, but it doesn't happen and my vision fades for good. Sleep well, Savior. Well, shit. Guess we died. Game over! Time to start a new series! Let's try that Aego game. Let go of my ego. Oh, is the ARC guy here? Well then, Rayo. Things are becoming complicated. Many men aspire to usurp my throne, and this time, they're getting close. Closer than I've ever experienced. It's almost like a game to them, but it's trivial in the face of our goal. It's fun to watch, though. It seems that Righty suspects you, but his theories are incredibly wrong. Great. Great. Indeed. Our fault for being secret. People think that I have something to hide, or that I bear some sort of ill intent. Perhaps I should have been open about this. It would have been more noble, at least. Noble, yeah, but not fun. I like the idea of keeping it secret. Rayo, my goal here is not to have fun. I seek a very important change. But my end of the bargain still stands? Yes. Earth is yours to play with. I have no need for it anymore. Not while William is present on Terra. Well, about that. I'll be sending William back to Earth. At least for the time being. What? Why? They have to keep up appearances. I can't just rob them from their home. We have to juggle here, Velasquez. They have 2 lives to live now. But don't worry, I'll bring them back. I just have a plan of my own to enact. A plan of your own? Indeed. Life on Tokyo is going to change. Things were just too boring before. I decided to shake it up a little bit. I see. You'll find out what I mean soon enough. Things will get harder for William, but it will help them realize their role. God damn it! It's gonna get harder for you. Let's just fucking just shake in the back. Being the savior isn't all fun and games. A great danger will soon befall Tokyo, and it will claim the lives of many more. What the fuck? God damn it, dude! Everyone sucks. There's like I like one person, and that's Keela, and that's because I honestly don't think he could do anything wrong at this point. Where am I? What's going on? I remember getting choked unconscious by Riley, but then why am I still conscious? I feel awake and disconnected. It's like my spirit left my body or something. I'm still fully aware of my surroundings, or at least the lack thereof. Even so, I feel disconnected from my body. What does that fucking feel like, exactly? Because that is not a common thing for you just... this is what I feel like. What the fuck does it feel like? This is a visual novel, goddammit. Is this death? I feel a large rush of speed, much like the first time I was sent to Terra. Do you have to get killed every time you have to go back between this? God damn, that is the worst fucking teleportation system I've ever fucking... Shank, shank. Oh, now I'm back here again. Shank, shank. God damn it, will you just leave me alone? Shank, shank. What if you get mugged one day and you just fucking cross the galaxy? Like, god damn. This time I am able to bear the pain more easily. And as it subsides, I hit solid ground with a thud. First, my sense of touch returns. I'm face down on some sort of carpet. Wait, the hotel room carpet! Back on Earth? As my sense of sight returns, this fact is confirmed. Yay! We're back on Earth! Well, I'm glad they kept us fucking informed of what was going on Earth, because Lord knows they couldn't have just told us that shit once we got here, instead making it seem entirely trivial every time they would go back, because I had no idea that I'd be going back to this place until right now. God damn it. My instincts want me to rise to my feet, but as it stands, that's currently impossible. Try to move my hands, but they're frozen stiff. And I mean that in a literal sense. I'm so cold. Stone cold! How long was I lying here? Did the hotel not have any heating? After strenuous effort, I'm able to move one finger. And then soon after I can move another, and then another. I focus on this until I can move all of my digits. When this is through, I have control of my hands. I use them to push myself up, and soon after I can move my feet as well. I bring myself up to a standing position. That was odd, almost like I had to defrost. I scan the room and notice Keela is lying on the floor. We're in the same spots as we were before, like we hadn't moved since the news report came on. but sun enters the room through a nearby window. It's not night anymore. Day has broken. I rush over to his body and kneel down beside him. I give him gentle shakes while I call out his name. He's frozen stiff, just like I was before. He's cold to the touch, like a lifeless corpse. I start to panic and shake him even more, my voice becoming more desperate as I call out to him. After a few straight minutes of this, he starts to move. Oh, someone killed him too? He follows the same procedure as myself. First the fingers, and the hands, and so on. Moments pass, and he stands up in confusion. Huh? What happened? Did I just... He rubs his eyes like he's waking up after a long sleep. He lets out a yawn and a stretch, utterly confused. My body is so stiff. This is a clean game, guys. Relax. Mine is as well, but I brush that fact aside. Brush that fact side. It's a finished game, so I can't say it's in a work in development. You fucked up! I'm kidding. It's a typo. Oh my god. There are more important matters at hand. I asked Keela what he remembers about last night. Clace. What? I must have passed out in shock. I think it's all a blur. Please tell me that it isn't true. If he died, then what happens to us? I don't want to go home, William. I must have been dreaming. Please tell me I was dreaming. He grips my shoulder and shakes me a few times. It's like he's demanding something he knows isn't real. I can't let him live in some sort of fantasy world. He has to know the truth of what happened. And so I let him know that it was true. Clace passed away last night. He was murdered. No! I want him to come back! We have to bring him back! I'm not sure how to respond to him. It's very clear that he's in denial. He starts to pace around the room, talking to himself. Soon enough, it seems like he's forgotten that I'm here. But that's not the only thing he's forgotten. I realize that Clace's death is all he remembers. He doesn't mention Tara, like it never happened. Why would he forget if I remembered? Does it have to do with me being the savior? If so, then why was he even brought at all? It's very confusing, and I skipped the arc this time. I have no idea why. I'm filled with questions. I thought I was needed in Tara to save it. I can't believe it, but I want to see that man again. How could I go about rescuing Kaylin if I'm on Earth? Something about this just doesn't add up. Especially if Keela was right about the time difference. I have to get back there as soon as possible. There's no telling what could happen in my absence. I could have sworn that they said it was impossible to leave. That Tara was a one-way street and I'd be stuck. Christ. Before I can get too deep into the thought, my phone rings. I pick it up instinctively and greet the other end. The ringing seems to shoot Keela back into reality. I know he zones out, but that was something else. Hello. Hello, boy. Why are you whispering? Just trying to live my life. Hey there, William. Jade is on her way to pick you up. She said she'll be there in about 5 minutes. Just don't turn on the TV, alright? I'm not sure if you heard the news or not, but the media is making a lot of stuff up. Better wait and talk to Singe in person. He's making a public statement soon, too. Probably best if you waited until then. Either way, I have to go. See you soon. He abruptly hangs up the phone. I could hear lots of voices in the background. Things must be getting hectic and for those close to Clace. I wonder if things would get hectic for us as well. Things are starting to get complicated and unclear. I started to wonder what fate awaited Keela and myself. Hey, who was that? Before I can answer him, my phone rings again. I pull it out of my pocket. This time it's a text. But the contents of it send shivers down my spine. Unknown says, I'm watching you. Oh, Christ. That's never a good sign. What? Who could this be? Why are they saying this? It has to be some kind of prank. Well? I let Keela know that it was just Rook. He said that Jade would be picking us up shortly. Singe will be telling us the full story. Okay, we're downstairs. Alright, see you down there then. Why can't we walk together? Fucking weirdo. He runs off as fast as he can. I can tell that he's in denial. He clearly doesn't want to talk about this, but after all that's happened, I can't blame him. Before leaving, I close all the blinds. I guess that text message got the better of me. Even if it was a joke, it would leave anyone scared. I leave the room with paranoia eating away at me. I make my way down to the lobby. As soon as I get there, I see Keela exiting the hotel. He seems to be in a hurry, scurrying away. He can run, of course, but he can't run forever. I start to follow, but quickly bump into someone. Take a step back and apologize to the woman. Then I realize I've seen them before. Under the exact same circumstances as well. God damn...
You? Oh, my apologies. That was rude. I was just surprised to see you here. Tokyo must be smaller than we think. So, you're staying here too?
I nod, remembering that Rook said it was expensive. If she could afford it, just who was this woman? I notice she has the fucking gear on her necklace.
You can call me Max. It's short for Maxine, but don't say that. It sounds strange in this day and age. I'm here for business, and let's just say my company isn't cheap. It's only the best when it comes to travel.
Why are you saying all this? I literally just like... Oh, whoops, sorry. That's it. You don't have to go anymore fucking...
Oh, I'm rich, and I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bump into you with all these sacks of money I have.
Fucking weirdo. The way she says this implies that she owns a company. That's definitely impressive, as she seems very young.
I see that you were on your way out. I'll let you get on with your busy day. I didn't mean to hold you up or anything. Perhaps if I see you again, we'll talk. It would be nice to get more acquainted. Not just anybody can stay in this hotel. I'm sure you have a story to tell, and I have all the time in the world.
The fucking weirdo, man! She walks away from me with a smile. As she does so, she plays with the gear on her necklace. I feel like I've seen that before. It stands out to me. It stands out to me too, because in order to make the logo that I've used in the fucking thumbnail of this game, I found the exact picture of the gear that's used in the actual logo. I made the logo that's used in the thumbnails of these videos. I found a standalone picture of the gear that was used in the actual logo by itself, and amongst a picture of a bunch of stock photos of gears. And I had to make the major minor text myself, that's why the font is different. But I found that gear by itself, and I'm proud of myself for doing that, because that shit was not easy to find. I changed my course back to the exit, but before I can get there... God damn it! Keela's just run off God knows where. We need to catch up to him, man. My phone rings again. It's a text message, as the tone doesn't repeat. I'm extremely hesitant, given what happened before, but unlike Keela, it wasn't in my nature to avoid things. God damn it. This time, the universe will not sway in your favor, but mine. God damn, this doesn't make any sense. I can't believe it. It seems to be written with a knowledge of my power, but I've never told anybody about my situation. Does someone on Earth know what's going on with me? I can no longer hope that this is a joke. There's more at play here than I know. Someone somewhere isn't being honest with me. I exit the hotel, I meet up with Keela, and we enter the limo together. We enter it together in the limo, I don't know. I do all of this knowing that I'm being watched, and that is much harder than it sounds. Chapter 4! Stages of Grief. Ow, my throbbing temples. I saw the batteries next to me, and I thought it was a fucking phone call for a second. Take my phone. Oh, I do have shit on my phone. God damn it. As soon as we enter, we take our seats. The first thing I notice is that we're not alone. Rather than in the front, Inumi sits in the back. But he's not alone. He's sitting with someone new. Since I've never met them, I introduce myself. I know who you are. Oh. I contemplate whether or not to offer him my hand, but at first glance he doesn't seem like the type. As I've learned, not everybody is into handshaking. You are the lucky two. That requires a lot of dedication, you know. But that is the trait I admire most. He gives a wide smile to Keela and myself. Okay. He offers me his hand. I guess I was wrong. I accept, and he leads it with a firm grip. Keela, however, does not and remains seated. Huh. I let the man know that Keela was in shock, especially after the events of what happened last night.
I understand. It must not be easy. By the way, you can call me Acheron.
I guess that's his Acheron? Akron? Akron, Alaska? No.
I was hired to ensure your safety. I'm told that you will learn more shortly. I'll refrain from giving anything away. I don't want to spoil the surprise. Leaking information would be irresponsible.
Okay. He reclines back in his chair with a relieving sigh. So we have someone to protect us now. That's awesome. Suddenly I'm not as worried about those text messages. I would still be nervous because the Earth doesn't seem to know about your steez with the power, but the text message does, so why the fuck would you believe that Blue Hair Magoo would fucking protect you against text message from the cosmic whoever the fuck? Those were words. He looks equipped enough to take on any trouble, but I still feel sorry for Keela. He's acting odd. I'm sure that given time, he'd come around. At this point, Jade starts to limo up and drives away. I'm not sure how long it'll be until we arrive, but I need to sort all of this out in my head. It's crazy. So from what I can tell, I'm now being watched, but this person seems to know about my power as well. That perplexes me, because I thought it was a secret. In fact, I've never told a single soul about the Ark. Maybe I wasn't the only one who's been to the Ark. There was more to this, I just needed to know. Hopefully I would learn more as the day progressed, and with Akron to protect us, I'd be safe. I take a deep breath and close my eyes. At this point, Inumi breaks the silence.
Hey, I have a question, William. What's 75 multiplied by 110?
Well, that would be... that would be 750 plus... what? Well, 75 times 100 is 750. And then times 10, that'd just be... fuck it. I just woke up. I don't want to do mental math. 8,250. Okay, so apparently I was way fucking off.
A woman asked me earlier. I didn't know.
Whoa, I'm not in a state good for mental math. And no matter what, that was just an odd thing to ask. Maybe you found the silence and the limit to be a little awkward?
It's 8,250, Inumi.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's so cool. You're smart. My big brother used to help me with this, but he's just so busy all the time.
That's quite nice of your brother. I'd like to meet him, Inumi.
Oh, God. Oh, God. The denial is everywhere.
It was Clay's.
Dots. Ow, my foot! Christ! I'm sorry. My apologies.
Oh, I have an idea.
Oh, fuck. I really fucked up my toe.
You could take over and teach me math. The teachers always said it was important. It could save your life, they told me.
I suppose that's true. We'll have to see what happens. There's a lot on the table now. I'm looking forward to Sinja's speech. The silence will be broken by an official. He's the most qualified to speak about this.
My fucking toe, dude. Oh, Jesus.
Sinja's really smart. He knows what to say to make people happy. Maybe he can make me happy again.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, it's never easy losing a loved one. But I'll make sure it doesn't happen again. Not while you're by my side, Inumi.
God damn. He reaches over and rubs the top of Inumi's head. His hair gets messed up, but he enjoys it. A wide smile appears on his previously sad face.
Okay, now that makes me happy. I was scared for all of our safety. I was worried we'd be next or something.
Not on my watch, okay? Everyone will be fine.
He smiles again, like everything is completely fine. Akron is really nice through his cold exterior. I feel bad for judging him at first glance earlier. And Inumi seemed like he'd be fun to hang around with. Before we can continue talking, the limo stops. But it wasn't as long of a ride as I expected. Inumi gets up to leave, but Akron quickly interjects.
Now, Inumi. Please let me go first. It'd be rude to expose you to danger.
Rude? I'm not sure it'd be rude as much as it would be dangerous.
I'll make sure the coast is clear, okay?
Wow, what a gentleman. He's definitely good at what he does. As he said, he leaves the limo first. A few moments pass, a gunshot later, and I'm kidding. He's fucking sniper shot. That'd be terrifying, dude. He wipes us all out. I'm glad the coast is clear. Danger-free. It was time to get some answers and meet Singe. Inumi scoots out first, and after that I follow behind. Keela seems like he's still lost in his own little world, but eventually he follows, as expressionless as a ghost. Outside, we're greeted about the site of our home base. I guess is where we'd spend most of our time. It looks beautiful with a complex modern design. Would you like to see the game? Yes, I would, and that'll be the end of this episode. Thank y'all very much for watching this episode of Major Minor. On the next one, we will continue to see what Earth has in store for us. There is a great something coming towards us, as according to Arc Guy, and I honestly have no fucking clue what is coming, what is heading our way. Apparently a lot more people are gonna die, according to Arc Guy, and apparently you have to die in order to move from Terra to here or something. I have no fucking clue. Keela has an affection of 1, true ending flags of 2, total saves 21. Christ. Rook is an affection of -1. It's because because I wasn't honest with him on the fucking train. Because I was honest with him on the train. I don't fucking know. I'm not trying to do a certain run here. I'm just playing the game as best I see fit. I'm not trying to steer it towards any particular characters or anything. I'm just trying to enjoy the game for what it is, and in all honesty, I am enjoying it. It has a very Final Fantasy style sound design, which I really like. It has a very nice art style, even though the character models don't seem to change expression ever, which is kind of a downer. But with art this complex, you can't really have a whole lot of variations. It just would have been nice. The text formatting is a little fucking odd for me. It's not like cripplingly odd, but it's still weird. But and I don't like the fact that you can't save at any point. Like, it's a book. It's a visual novel. You should be able to put the book down whenever you want, but, you know, that's the thing. This game is its own game. It doesn't have to conform to any of the rules or any of the standards set by any other game. This is its own game, and it should be played as its own game and enjoyed as it is, not without being compared to something it isn't. So, in and of itself, it's pretty fucking fun. I personally enjoy it. I'm liking it, and I got it for free because Clace himself gave me a fucking Steam code, so I am grateful out the ass. I am super grateful that I am able to play this game at all, because I'm just a poor boy. Nobody loves me, and I am from a poor family, in case you were wondering. So being able to play this game at all, what?
I love you, though.
Oh! End this episode on a sappy note. Thank y'all very much for watching this episode of Major Minor. On the next one, we will continue to see what's going on Earth and see if it matters at fucking all, because it doesn't seem like it right now, but we'll see about that. But until then, ladies and gentlemen, I have been the trained unprofessional, speaking for the voices in my head and the squeak. When I say until next time, fare thee well. Bye, everyone!